Good morning everybody and welcome to a brand new day, a brand new vlog. Today something special is gonna be happening and I'm very excited for today's day. But first, yesterday a lot of people were saying, what do you expect? You live in Thailand, you live in Pattaya. Guys, this bar on the bottom floor right here has literal speakers that goes towards the condos, right? So what happens is the sound bounces off and bounces inside of my room. So every time they start singing at like 7 p.m. until 12 a.m. So imagine this. I come back home from like the garage or something and I want to relax and edit, and then I start hearing some person who clearly cannot sing start singing over there. Anyways, let's hope to not get ran over. Look, red light. We got some illegal U-turns here. This guy is driving, look at him, 8313. The police, you know what? I sometimes want, they should have made me traffic police. I would have enforced so many rules. Like, look, it's a red light right now still, and people are going. Anyways, it is really early right now. We better get to the garage. It's 9:20. They told me to be there at 10. So that's exactly what I'm doing, because I somehow woke up at 6 o'clock by myself and I was like, that's way too early for me. So I tried my best to fall asleep and slept until 8. So now I'm just walking to 7-Eleven to get myself a coffee and get going with the day. So if you're still not subscribed to the channel, you might as well hit the like and the subscribe button right flipping now. Alright, got myself a ham and cheese toastie at 7-Eleven. Now it's time to wait for the taxi to go over to the garage. Pretty good. Anyways guys, I came over to the garage before anybody else. We got the chickens in the background. I had one of the nicest taxi drivers ever. We spoke about Russia, Thailand, all that stuff. Great guy. Anyways, I think we're gonna be taking off the car today from this and going to be adjusting the speedometer. So I'm very excited for this today. Very, very excited. Look at this guys, the speedometer is coming alive. That's really good news. Finally, the speedometer is gonna work now. So guys, their handmade sensor works. It's showing all the parameters. It's actually working. It's actually all starting to work, guys. Except the brakes are acting up, but I don't even know. Oh, the sound of the V8. What the heck was that? Maybe the rock's flying. Yeah, brake. So having a bit of lunch right now. We had a little brake issue. My interior has exploded once again. Hopefully, because we're gonna be moving the AC a little bit, but I thought that's gonna be done the last thing. So now we gotta wait for that. It is what it is. Can't do much about it. We had to leave the garage because remember we brought my ginger cat over to the vets. He still has his thing, and you know what? I brought him to another vet, a new one that I've never been to, and he did a bad job, which is not a surprise because usually the vet clinics are not that good here. So we're gonna be figuring it out. We're gonna bring him to the one that we were bringing him in before. So let's hope they'll find a problem, maybe give him an injection or something, because his cheek is getting red and that is not good. It's been like this for a few days, so we need to get this sorted out. So going to the vet right now. We got Pichenko over here. Let's hope they can fix him up. You could see right there, his lip is not looking good. All right, we're coming over to the vets right now. So right now Pichenko is in the veterinary getting checked up. Hopefully we get him fixed up. It was so hard to take a taxi over to our condo. So many people were canceling, but here we are. going back home. This is the other reason why having a car in Thailand is actually good, and not having it is bad. So it seems like, as usual, I'm not gonna be taking my car today because they. Anyways, the story is, right, we're talking about they need to like adjust the brake, which should be only taking around like 5 minutes, but we're also talking about moving my air conditioner a little bit and stuff like that. And I was like, yes, let's do the aircon stuff after we do everything, maybe later. And guess what? They started doing the aircon stuff. And yeah, so it's a big mess. Doubt it's going to be finished today. But okay, whatever. Second of all, we came back with a cat. The cat is alright. Hopefully he will get better. We got a dab from him so that they could do some lab tests just to make sure it's nothing serious. We also got some pills for him. He got 2 injections. But what I want to really talk about is something insanely crazy. And this story that I want to talk about, I'm actually happy that I'm not in Russia right now, because I want to read this out to you. A bill has been introduced to the State Duma, which is basically like the Russian parliament, regarding the involvement of reservists in the protection of Russia's critical infrastructure. According to the document, Russians in the reserve will be sent to special gatherings to protect oil refineries, power plants, railway stations, and other facilities. You know what? I'm actually in the reserves. So, that's crazy. I'm actually happy to be here, but that also is bad at the same time, because I got that notification not far back, so I might get another one saying that, oh, you should be defending some oil refinery from what? From like FPV drones flying in? What, I'm gonna be there with a 12-gauge shotgun? It's insane. And the thing is, they say Russian refinery. They can classify Russian refineries at the front line. You could be sent over somewhere. So I really think that this is basically another way of saying that there's going to be a second wave of mobilization, basically, in other words. So it's definitely scary times we're living in. And I gotta say that everybody's just gotta stay safe. I hope that everybody is staying safe, and that one day all of this madness is going to end. But it really doesn't seem like it's going to be ending anytime soon, as I could see from the news. So I'm just laying low below the grass, trying to avoid this whole madness. And I know there's going to be a lot of people saying, oh, you should go and protest and blah blah blah. Well, guys, I've explained this many times in my previous videos that you cannot just go out and protest in Russia. You're gonna get arrested. So that's not even an option. And I did read a few comments saying, oh, it's your fault that it's happening. You've elected this president. Guys, I was like 1 year old when the current president of Russia became president. And, you can only vote when you're 18. So I'm 26 now. And out of the 26 years, for the 3 years I've been out of Russia, so that makes me 23 when I can vote. And I was only in Russia when I was like 18, 19. So only 2 years where there was only one presidential election, I think, going on there. Which, even if you vote for something, there's only one winner, So it's easy to say. But when you're in somebody else's shoes, like for mine example, it's a whole different story. So before judging and saying, really learn about this in better perspective and understand, because a lot of people, they talk about this in the comfort of their countries, in the comfort of their house, in the comfort of their freedoms, talking about this and that. A lot of you guys really don't know what's really going on and how hard it is. So obviously a lot of people are having it harder, but I'm talking about the Russian perspective anyways. So that's what I wanted to say. Anyways, we have to stay put, stay low, and hope that we do not get any notifications from the Russian enlistment office again, because this is some scary stuff. Because as you guys know, if you do not go to the Russian enlistment, after you get a message and you get on the wanted list, they can take away your property, they could do this and that. So scary times we're living in, but I know for a fact we'll get through it no matter what, because we're staying positive and we're staying strong. Right now I'm eating some homemade, как называется, ragu. Look at this. You know what? It's actually really good. Nothing better than some homemade food. Really flipping good. Oh, I'm so fed up being without a car. I'm really hoping that tomorrow I'm gonna get a call saying that my Camry is done and my Datsun is done. Anyways, you know what about this bar? I find it rather interesting that there's a bar on the bottom floor and then there's a bar on the rooftop. There's never clients. And I wonder to myself, if you see one bar has 0 clients, why are you gonna open up another one that's also gonna have 0 clients? I really don't understand how some businesses are run here, because how can you run a business that doesn't make any money, you know, unless it's doing some sketchy schemes, you know, doing a bit of laundering around the place. But rather than that, if they're not doing that, I really have no explanation whatsoever. It's really interesting. Or maybe every single time they find some guy who buys a bar and then operates it for a season, loses his money, and never opens up a bar again. Maybe this is like the school lesson of, it's a very good idea to be opening up a bar in Thailand. Went around for a nice walk around the block, and I gotta tell you one thing, guys. I am exhausted. I'm gonna be editing this video and passing out asleep straight away, because I am literally exhausted and I'm in high hopes of tomorrow's day. You know, I've been telling this for the past year and a half, but I am really in hopes that tomorrow is going to be a very, very positive day. You know, we have some negative news today about the moving the reservists, as they call them, to different locations, which in other words is another mobilization. But let's hope for a brighter future. Anyways, let's get back to the house. Well, anyways, guys, go back home. Now it's time to edit the vlog. I hope you enjoyed today's vlog. Today was quite a vlog because we had to bring the cat over, the news, the car stuff. It's a bit of everything because it's a daily vlog, you know? What do you expect? This is the life we live in, the life we translating, and we're gonna try our best to translate the positive vibes no matter what sort of stuff happens around the world, and no matter what situation you're in. You gotta keep your head up, stay positive, and keep looking out for another day. And I know there's some people that might be feeling that there's nothing worth to live about, right? And a lot of people are depressed and stuff like that. I gotta tell you one thing, guys. There's a lot of people that care about you guys. I'm one of them. So if you're feeling bad, trust me, I care about every single one of you. So keep your head up. Let's go through this together. And remember one thing, you're never alone. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel right now and comment, because I read every single flippin' comment that you guys leave. I will see you guys, as usual, tomorrow.